Hello friends, would you like to conduct an effective training program? Would you like to conduct an effective presentation? Would you like to do important role plays? Or would you like to prepare a very effective or impactful case study? If you would like to do this all, please watch the series of Train the Trainer or Train the Teacher. So in this series, I will be sharing with you a lot of concepts where you will be going to learn about the principles that is important for adult learning, and I'll be sharing with you a lot of the important small, thick and things how you can become an effective trainer. So my name is Pankaj Sharma. I'll be sharing with you in this episode of Train the Trainer about the important concept of instructional design. So this is the special episode where I'll be talking about the development piece or the component of instructional design. So if you are new to this channel and if you are watching this for the first time, and if you have already watched my previous videos and did not subscribe, I would request you to please subscribe to this channel, like and put a comment over there. What are the important points which will be helpful to you when it comes to implementation of your training programs? I will be very much interested in understanding of any point where you would like me to make another video or you would like to make a special content for that. I will be keep on waiting for your comments down there below in the video. So keep watching. So, as you know very well, I was talking about the instructional design model that is called the ADDIE model. So, what is the role of an instructional designer? The role of an instructional designer is more than the normal trainer. Instructional designer look at the things or the performance problem over and above the purview of a training manager. That is why I shared in my previous videos that you need not only look at from the angle of training manager, you need to look at from the perspective of a consultant when it comes to understanding the performance problem in the organization. Now I will be sharing with you the basic important concept when it comes to instructional design. So this is the video for the development part. Now when it comes to understanding the development piece of instructional design, that is called analysis, design, develop, implementation and evaluation. So this is the third component of instructional design, that is called development. We consider one of the important model here, that is, so Benjamin Bloom has given the model that is called the Bloom Taxonomy, and which is very much famous when we talk about the understanding of the basic principles of any session or any training program. Now these steps involved in the Bloom Taxonomy. Number one, that is called the knowledge. What do you understand by knowledge? The knowledge whatever you would like to impart into your session to the participant. After the knowledge, there is a second step that is called the comprehension. Now, are there the participants, those who are able to comprehend the knowledge which you are about to provide them? Third one is called the application. Now, what is the application of that knowledge in the real life scenario or into their performance or into their day-to-day job? After application, there is called the analysis. Are they able to analyze it properly? Now, after analysis, the important part that is called synthesis. Are they able to share their own idea? Are they able to prepare or formulate their own thought process into it? And the last process is called the evaluation. Are they able to evaluate them? What is the difference and what as compared to the competitors or the various models or the various concepts? So these are the steps. I repeat again. Number one is called the knowledge. Second is comprehension. Third one is application. Fourth one is analysis. Fifth one is synthesis. It comes to understanding about the Bloom's taxonomy. Now, after understanding the Bloom taxonomy in your training program, the implementation, second important model that you talk about the adult to adult learning principles. So we are dealing with the adults when it comes to our training program or the learning interventions for the participants. Now remember here the experience. Now what is the meaning of this experiential learning model? This consists of four important steps. Number one is called the concrete experience. Number two is called the reflective observation. Number three is called the abstract conceptualization, and then active experimentation. Now, how does it implement? How does it applicable to your real life scenario when it comes to understanding the participants and designing for or development of your course or development of your training program? So remember always, are they able to think and they are able to realize that are they able to analyze that particular thing? Second one is called, are they able to do it, whatever the application or the knowledge whatever you impart to them? What do they feel about that particular thing? How do they feel about that particular thing or that particular concept? And that is called, are they able to reflect? Are they able to observe that particular concept? And this is called the experiential learning model given by the David Kolb. Now next important piece when it comes to designing of your session, that is called the Donna Walker has given the learning cycle model. That is very much important when it comes to designing of your session. Now why this is important? Because whatever you design in the class for your session, it is important for your participant that they are able to connect with their real life scenario. So there are few steps. Step number one is called the mind jog. Mind jog is basically when you are about to establish a concept within your participants, you share about lot of stories, you share about your own experiences, and sometimes the better is this can be used as an icebreaker. So what is after sharing about the entire concept, after creating the buying in the class, next important thing is called the information application. What is the application of that information which you have imparted to the participants? Third one is called the personal connect. Now when it comes to personal connect, they need to understand that what is in it for me. So when you tell them that why you are reading this, why you are learning this, so they will be going to have more buying for that particular concept or that particular thing. Second one is called, after having the personal connect, that is called the information exchange. Are they able to exchange this information with other participants in the class? So whenever you are conducting a class or you are there in the class scenario, encourage them to share these concepts with their participants, with their other colleagues there in the class. And the last one is called the real world connect. So how this information, whatever you have imparted through the mind jog, information exchange, personal connect, how this is important for their real life scenario? How does it applicable to their job, whatever they are doing into their day-to-day life? So this can be done with the role plays, this can be done with some roles, some case study, and better if you can give them the kind of group assignment. So remember always the adult learning principle says that adults learn more whenever they are doing any activity in the teams. So do the group activity, give them some assignment, and let's learn that how they learn better from their peers to peers learning. Now this is all about the development piece of your course or the content for the session, whatever you are planning for your training program. Now I will be taking you through the few principles which you need to learn and understand. These are the few principles which will be important for you to understand that why it is important for you to learn that how to design for your presentation. What are the few basic principles? So I'll be sharing with you that guidelines for preparing the presentation, the development, how to develop the case studies for your training program, how to design games for your training program, and how to design a role play script when it comes to imparting the knowledge to the participants in your overall session. So in this session, I will be sharing with you about that how you can prepare a good presentation. So there are certain guidelines for the presentation. So I will be sharing with you few pointers here. If you just keep in mind whenever you are preparing for the presentation in terms of PPTs, PowerPoint presentation, this will be going to helpful to you to make and do an effective presentation. So point number one is that one slide for every 2-minute presentation. So when you prepare for 2-minute presentation, you should not spend more than 2 minutes on each slide. Make pictorial presentation rather than graph or some other lot of stuff on the slide. Point number 2. Point number 3 is that keep message brief and at one key point per slide. There should not be more than one takeaways per slide. Point number 4, use maximum 25 words per slide, excluding the title. So maximum it should be 25 words per slide. Point number 5, choose words that reinforce the message. And remember, do not repeat the same terminology of the words. You can use the synonyms, the synonyms of that particular word or the terminology. Point number 6, make text font size maximum should not be more than 20 points. So use color in your presentation, but make sure that there should not be more than 4 colors on each slide. So make visual big enough. So whatever the presentation you are keeping there, whatever the pictures you are keeping there, make sure that it should be big enough. So how to check them? So go to the last participant, those who are sitting on the last chair, and see from there whether it is visible properly or not. Give bottom line. Point number 8. That give that bottom line information, conclusion below the each slide, what are the takeaways are there. Point number 9, that give data details as a handout. So if there are a lot of data are there which is mentioned on the slide on the presentation, better you give the same thing in terms of the handouts to the participants. So next important point number 10 is called that use trainer notes for the presentation. So we have seen a lot of PPT and PowerPoint presentation. So always use that trainer's notes. This will be helpful to you also to refer, because when you are preparing a presentation, you may not be able to understand that what are the nitty-gritties and the important cautions which you need to take, when you need to ask a question, when you need to go for the explanation mode, when you need to go for the TTT mode or the lecture mode. So better you keep this PowerPoint presentation trainer's notes down there. So suppose if you are working in the organization scenario, if there is other trainers who are taking the presentation, it should be very much helpful for him to take it forward. So guys, in my upcoming video, I will be sharing with you how to develop the case studies, how to design for the games, and how to prepare a script for the tool to use. Share it with others and subscribe the channel, and I would request you to stay tuned for the more learnings of the ADDIE model. So I will be going to cover called the implementation and the evaluation, where we will be going to complete the ADDIE model. So stay tuned. Hope this is useful to you. Keep learning. Wish you all the best.